Good morning, my awesome friends and followers of my channel. Thank you for your continued support as we keep moving in the direction of non-bullshittery, transparency. Anyway, it's Wednesday today, isn't it? It's the 1st of October. A brand new month has started, and I've already had my son on the phone this morning going, "Dad, can you pick me up from school later at 3:30?" and all the rest of malarkey and football training. It is what it is. Being a parent is an honour and a privilege. But also sometimes a pain in the ass. But anyway, yeah. Right, so what's been going on? Well, thanks for the message yesterday. There's been a lot happen. Labour had a bit of a conference, and I've joked about Keir Starmer standing there and he's fist pumping in the urinal like, and he reminds me of something else that I've seen in my life. I'll leave you to comment about it in the comment section. Clearly, yes. The petition for ID has it's taken off. Well over 2 million now. Yeah, but Steph Johnson did a video about that the other day, and she went through and did a lot of research, really good, and she has linked it to Tony Blair's son Ewan, who's high up in the company who's going to provide it. I took it a step back further, and I linked it to Larry Ellison, who donates hundreds of millions of dollars to Tony Blair's Institute of Global Change, who's forcing the ID through. So it doesn't really matter if you sign a petition now. It's going to come through unless there's a snap general election, which Nigel Farage is saying could happen next year. Yes, there's May elections next year. If the May elections go terrible, and Reform get a lot more seats, then it may trigger a snap election. But only you can do that by voting against this dictatorship and regime. Yes. The Prime Minister said this, ready? During his regime conference. If you look at the thumbnail I put up, they look forced on it. No one looks happy in that front bench, and they're all holding the Union flag and St George's flag as if they've been told. So basically they've set them out on the seats and went, you have to, whenever the cameras come to you, hold up the flags, and you have to show the public that we are a patriot party. Strange, isn't it? But people are being arrested for flying the flags, aren't they? So it goes against everything. It's just false. It's false flag. Gaslighting. We're all being gaslit. Keep saying Nigel. Nigel must be in my head. The Prime Minister has said that Nigel Farage is an enemy of the state. But isn't that what he said about Tommy Robinson? In fact, Tommy Robinson was back in Westminster Court on the 13th and 14th of this month. In 2 weeks' time, actually. They're going to try and jail him again with under the Terrorism Act. They're going to try and jail him. Now, the weird thing about the Terrorism Act is I used to use the Terrorism Act whenever I was a soldier, believe it or not. The Terrorism Act 2000. I think it might have been updated. But the Terrorism Act, basically there's loopholes in the Terrorism Act. You can arrest anyone for anything under the Terrorism Act if you deem them a threat, or if you think they're a threat to national security, or they're a threat, then you can arrest them. So the Terrorism Act is quite open-ended. Basically, the behaviour of the Prime Minister could contravene the Terrorism Act, actually. He could very easily be arrested under the Terrorism Act for his speeches and what he's doing. If anything, wouldn't it be funny if the police arrested him saying, we've looked through the Terrorism Act, Mr. Prime Minister, and you've contravened sections 4, 12, 18 and 27. You've contravened them under the Terrorism Act, now you're under arrest. They could very well do that. Me talking on a podcast could contravene the Terrorism Act for displaying thoughts and saying things which go against the Prime Minister. So you can arrest anyone for anything these days. There's loopholes in every law, and everyone knows that, actually. I've just had a quick look this morning at Chris Binch's YouTube channel, the Old Paratrooper podcast, and he interviewed Robert Davison the other day. He used to be in my unit. Robert Davison, very, very great individual and awesome soldier. He interviewed him, and Rob is ex-Royal Irish Rangers, ex-Royal Irish Regiment, ex-SAS, ex-14 Intelligence, ex-Special Reconnaissance Regiment. And his interview, which is probably one of the best ones I've ever watched. I thought it was fabulous, actually. And yeah, it's had over 40,000 views. That's actually pretty damn good for a little podcast. So yeah, well done, Chris. You managed to get loads out of Robert. So and I found it really exciting watching it, actually. If you haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen, go and watch it. You'll be surprised. Anyway, what else is going on? Nigel Farage is being not only accused of being an enemy of the state, but he's also being accused as the Prime Minister is questioning his patriotism to the country, while the country questions the Prime Minister's patriotism towards his citizens. Two things in it. It's a two-way street, ladies and gentlemen. He's blaming Brexit on the migrant crisis. He's not blaming benefits. He's not blaming the border force. He's not blaming the French. Yes. He's blaming everything else. The buck stops with the Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen. The buck stops with the Prime Minister. Whoever's in charge can force things, can stop things. He's no intention to, is he? If anything, I believe that the Prime Minister is an enemy to the UK with his actions and the things he's been saying. Gaslighting everyone. Donald Trump standing beside him going, well, we have free speech. When we're finished, I want you to charge Donald Trump for saying that. Questioning me on the podium. It's crazy, isn't it? And Baroness Michelle Mone, yes, is complaining, saying that the government have used me and my husband as a COVID scapegoat. Well, Michelle Mone, Baroness, should I say, Baroness, you did take over 123 million pounds of taxpayers' money to produce PPE, which you never fucking produced. I mean, it's there. Oh, and the government have now spent £5 million of taxpayers' money in a legal case against Baroness Michelle Mone to get back taxpayers' money. You couldn't write this shit, could you? Yeah. Did you know that the government have written off £10 billion worth of PPE contracts? They wrote them off. Where did the money go? I mean, paper chase, receipts, clearly, emails. There must be a transfer from one bank account to another, but it seems fucking impossible for them to do it. Yet last week we were all told if you owe more than £1,000, the government now has legal right to go into your bank account and remove that money. But what if you owe 100 million, eh? Can't do it then, can you? Yeah, full of shit, our MPs, aren't they? Terrible. Terrible people. And I'll end on a little bit of a high. Listen to this here. The former president of the Democratic Republic of Congo has been sentenced to death for war crimes and treason. But before he's sentenced to death, the court have ordered him to pay back to the country 29 billion. And then he has to pay to the south of the country 2 billion. And then he has to pay to South Kivu another 2 billion. I think he's probably not going to pay any of that, and he's probably going to take the death sentence. I mean, that's a lot of money to pay back, isn't it? In dollars. Why not just seize his accounts and take the assets from him? Wouldn't that not be better? Yes. Yeah. Treason, hey? Our politicians have been committing treason for years, and it doesn't, I mean, it's just a pointless crime now, isn't it? You can do it to the state and walk away, isn't it? Yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Well, anyway, if you want to go and support Tommy Robinson, 13th and 14th of this month, he'll be at Westminster Magistrates Court. Google it, find out, go down and support him if you want to. I'll not be there. I've got lots on. I'll be in York this month at a Yorkshire Regiment Remembrance Day in York Cathedral. So I look forward to going up there. That'll be fun. I look forward to meeting a lot of the guys and chilling. What else have I got to do today? Need to speak to Fiona today. Have a chat with her. There's just so much going on in the media. You know, we've got Megan's friend, Jamelia. Don't really know who she is. I think she's the host of Love Island, saying that she left the UK for safer in LA. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of strange things happening, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of strange things happening. But we've got to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Do not let things fester in your head, and keep concentrating on improving and bettering yourself. That's what I fucking do anyway. Excuse for the language. Anyway, listen, that's enough for me. Little white beard's coming on it. It's going white. What's happening? If I shave this off, will I look younger? I would, wouldn't I? I'd look a lot younger. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day. Oh, no. I can't just end it like this. I must let you know this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's trigger something here. So, I remember Graham, the Baron Hesketh, introduced me to a young YouTuber called Foxy. Won't go into his whole channel name, but Foxy. I liked him. I got on with him. I promoted him. I spoke to him. We got on really, really well. And then other people got involved and tried to change things. And I sent Foxy an email basically telling him, you need to watch your back, blah, 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 prepare. Anyway, that email that I sent Foxy was shared. Foxy sent me another email. We had a lovely little chat about it. But then Foxy happened to tell the YouTuber that I was warning him against what I'd sent him. And then I got accused of bullying. You must remember this. I got accused of bullying. His mother, Foxy and his mother, did a whole live stream about me saying, well, I didn't know Trevor was bullying Foxy until this guy Grumpy told me. I didn't know Trevor was doing this until Grumpy told me. I didn't know anything until I was told. I was told it was bullying. It was all this shit. Anyway, after a while, I got attacked. I lost a couple of thousand subscribers. I was destroyed on here. Only because, truthfully, I was looking out for the young lad. I was, and a lot of people will tell you that. But it was twisted by all the nasty little bastards that are on YouTube that have no followers. They all got together with their 50 subscribers and to make it like 500, and then they all sort of try to attack me. I get that. Then Grumpy Sapper had to leave YouTube, didn't he? A lot of indecent stuff apparently was happening out there. I didn't see it. The AI videos and all this different stuff he was doing was shocking, and he left, tail between his legs. Yeah, got a little bit scared. Yeah. Well, now I've seen Foxy's mother do another live stream. Someone showed me it. And in the comments from Foxy, I believe, which I read, yeah, it's like a false apology. He hasn't apologized to me yet, but he now knows that I was right all along. Well, thank you. I mean, your mother still owes me an apology for her behaviour, you know, the fucking rocket scientist that didn't understand basic fucking knowledge. It was shameful the way you behaved. An apology would have been lovely. I seen what you wrote, Foxy, and I appreciate what you wrote. But, you know, the damage is done, son, innit? Your biggest ever viewing was the one you slagged me off. Your biggest ever viewing was the one you slagged me off, you and your mother. And I found it shameful. I'm glad you've come to your senses, though. But we'll never be friends again. Take care.